As of recording, it's currently 1st of August 2024, so like half a year into part 2, and I want this video to be like 6 months overview on how do we later on feel about part 2. So like, is the story pog or batch? Did the gacha get better or nah? Stuff like that. Same as last one, here's the video general sections, the story, the gacha, the hype, and the community overall reaction. Feel free to skip to the part you want, but can you play it at like 0.25 speed because I need watch time. Anyway, enjoy. The story just finishes with us solving Oxia and Nanshu problems, aka the Honkai eruption, but instead it's the shadow. The story overall for me feels very mixed. It has some very big moments, like tension we had leading to the fight with Perception, or anytime Phenomena appears on the screen. But then we had the stuff like Baji jumping session and the entire sequence of Lisos wanting to keep himself safe that I can't just give a shit about. I know we had this in part 1 as well, like those quantum physics scene, but not my personal preference, you know. One thing I hate about part 2 writing is the time we had for character development. This is saying for Crowley, Hilia, Sardine, and us as well. I know that we are like 3 chapters in, but I think the writers are focusing on the shadows problem way too much and forgot about the main cast. This is not saying for Sancho, alright? That last chapter with her past and stuff was peak fiction. But why is that for the rest, you know? The character we just met for like a week already got more development than ourselves. I don't mind if this shadows thing lasts for longer, like 2 or 3 chapters more. But if it includes more character development, then I'm not gonna complain, dude. This might be because I had my expectation a bit too high up there with Himiko, but a story like this isn't for me. As for the open world, I can see that they are trying their best to fit in with other games, but if Honkai wasn't designed with open world in mind, then don't do it, you know.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Alright, Gamba time. We all know that the gacha system got a massive overhaul. Quick summary, character PD dropped to 90, red ticket banner Sigma Das increased to 14.59%, weapon PD increases to 60, but only guaranteed weapon. In exchange for that, all part 2 Sigma Das are craftable, and no more chances of getting off red stuff. At first, this seems incredible. 10 less pulls for a S rank, hog, got weapon early, and didn't get any Sigma Das, just craft them. Like, this feels like a F2B dream. In theory, you got higher chance of doing 30 pulls and 4 evoke. Of course, the math is
I made it the fuck up.
But then, when you actually try to do it, you instead got hit with max PD on both banners. Because somehow, your luck suddenly got one part 2 release. Like, I'm not kidding. On both banana banners, lantern open banners, I hit PD on all of them. Of course, I had this happen in part 1 as well, but it feels different. The rate of getting weapon in part 1 is like 5x worse than part 2 due to how many there are in the banner. But I think, because of how Sigma Das rate increased threefold, it actually reduces the chance of you getting a single weapon. Any statistical mathematician watching this are free to correct me on this one. Aside from the weapon banner, the character banner also felt worse as well. Nothing changes, the rate stayed the same, but I don't know why. I'm starting to get high PD now. Okay, just to flex, the only time I hit close to PD was on the Aponia banner, but instead of Aponia, I got my wife. The rest, 20, 40 impulse, and I already got the S rank. I suspect that they did something with the code, and instead of this rate, it's actually much lower. Wait, hold on, isn't this illegal? After the first day, the pre-registration hit 6 million. Well, actually, 1 million from global and 5 from CN. Taking into account that the game is 7 years old, that's still a lot of players playing. Part 2 even got advertised on the Tokyo Game Show, alongside with Genshin and Stereo. So I can't find the source for this, and all the source is the live streams, and they're all like 3 hours long, and I don't want to download it. So if you want the source, it's out there. So you know that some people got caught in the hype of part 2 announcement as well. It seemed like part 2 gonna be the revival of the game, and we were finally gonna get new players. I think a good reason for this is simply who are they? I'ma take Yu-Gi-Oh as an example. When Master Duel launched, a lot of people got back into Yu-Gi-Oh due to nostalgia. They want to go play with their 20 years old Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician deck. However, because it's been 20 years, they suddenly got hit with this new 5 summoning mechanics and new cards that have 5 effects per card and long as a Bible. They got so overwhelmed with this new information that I think like a solid 60 to 70% just quit after playing a ranked match. Same logic applied to part 2, but less harshly. Old players want to see Kiana, Mei, Bronya, Silly, etc. But then some 4 randos just appear, and apparently we are now on Mars. It's a fact that some people can't move on and can't accept new things. I also saw people that it is the end of their journey. Source, trust me. So if you count the amount that joined times 0.6, then minus the leave, I bet that's barely the population of Liechtenstein that decided to stick to the game. Then again, if you look at the new concept animation, 8.8 million views. Holy shit. This video from Iron Look 2001 blew the fuck up. Clearly, we can see that the game is not dying at all. But like, damn, barely any big gacha YouTubers or any media are talking about them.
Might work, no reaction.
Ooh. Okay, it's got a little kick. Oh!
As for the community reaction, I will do the same as above, split it into 3 segments because it's more organized and less confusing. First case, the story. There is a thread from 5 months ago from Tourette 252. The main complaints are that the story proceeds way too quickly and the wish that we could know the main cast better. The replies seem to agree as well. This person criticized the imbalance of the amount spent on world building rather than the character interaction. This one comments that the story info dumps on you way too much. The story doesn't add up and expect you to know how things works already. But I would like to focus on this one. One thing that most people forgot is we actually have manga and visual novels for part 1, like 10 of them. Meanwhile, part 2 only has this like mini prologue where we say goodbye to the main cast while introducing the new cast. Part 1 has built the story up to this high, just so that part 2 reset it back to the beginning again. What I found are merely negativity, but if you do find some, positivity, feel free to comment below what those are. But on the good side, for like completely new players, this is kinda good. You are no longer forced to read 10 Bibles to finally catch up to the latest chapter, whereas now, you can start a new story without worrying about what has been going on. Ignorance bliss, that kind of stuff. And as for open world, also mixed responses. This one say Pog, this one say Nuh-uh. I think just due to the Gacha impact and its consequences. Mostly all new gacha games that were released after it were open world, so many got bored of that concept and just wanted stage levels. Alright, next case, Gacha. Well, it's already self-explanatory, isn't it? Of course, even though statistically, the rate is way better than before, source, trust me. But there will always be people that complain that the luck is shit. But I just can't help but notice there are more complaints than before now. Probably because I got shit like myself now, so, I'm one of them. Final case, the hype. I feel like this segment is already partially included in the previous 2, so there's not much to cover here. However, I did find this post that just summarizes my point. In my opinion, Honkai Fruit Part 2 is just an overhyped phenomenon. Even other Mihojo game players were hit by the hype too, who have never even tried Honkai Fruit. That's true. If you Google like, was Honkai Impact Part 2 good? A lot of people that did the reaction to the Part 2 trailer never played the game before. This happens to every game on the planet, but I think it's been like forever since the game because it's much hype that we all get caught in this hype train as well. And a closing segment for fun. Will I keep playing the game? I mean, no shit. This got me decent views, but depend on the future of the game. If it decides to become, a Genshin 3.0, then I guess I might become an Uma Musume YouTuber. I don't know. Alright, subs and like. Bye bye.